here somewhere. I overloaded in extra paperwork.
Okay.
There it is, I got it.
Chairman Boyd,
Here?
Commissioner Blackwell,
Here.
Commissioner Strong,
Here.
Commissioner Newbold,
Here.
Paul Leach,
She's here.
okay, Jack Dodge.
Here.
Howard Gustafson is absent.
Yeah. Excuse, well, I think we're gonna get a letter from him, so, Paul, what's the status of Howard? Is he resigned, or are we just excused for tonight, or?
Let's continue to excuse him.
Okay.
His wife said that I don't know if he's in any condition to write, that she would write a letter, and I will ask her, remind her again tomorrow, to replace the police.
Okay,
But
that's right.
she doesn't think
All right,
there's
he's excused.
Okay.
anything.
Approval of tonight's agenda. Everybody take a look at it. Are you good with it? Motion to approve.
I'll make a motion that we approve the agenda as presented.
Second. All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. So we have the minutes from the February 24 Planning Commission meeting. Did everybody get a chance to take a look at that? Gail, you make us look so good. Don't work it out.
Make a motion to approve the minutes of February 24th. Second.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. And then the special meeting last week, February 24.
March.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it was February 24. Which one did I just do? I did the February, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, so I'm out of sequence here. And then March 24, the special meeting, March 24. Minutes. Get a chance to look at it, looking for a motion.
These are the minutes of March 17th.
What's the date? It
That
was
was a week ago, the special meeting.
Yeah, so my calendar would have been, let's see. Yeah, it was a week, so it was the 17th, right?
Yeah.
March 17th. Okay. Right? Yeah.
I'm right, March 17th is the date today.
Or the 24th is the date.
I know.
Yeah,
Today.
okay.
March 24th.
Okay.
So you need to sign, we gotta get a motion.
Yeah, so the special meeting on March 17th, motion to approve those minutes?
I'll make a motion that we approve them.
Okay, and second? Okay, keep track of this, right? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. All right, so we got the dates straight.
Yeah, right.
I know, I was on board.
Yeah.
Yeah, wait a minute. Okay, audience participation for members, for matters that are not on the agenda tonight. Anybody have anything not on the agenda?
I guess I'll say something.
Okay.
I have some one TV items. Last night I said something about the compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act. It's a course that I took it, and I guess all planning commissioners and commissioners need to take the course. It's I took it, and it's advisable that you guys check into it, check with Paula, she's one thing.
Okay, all right. Is this, where's it at?
I took it in Berkeley last fall. I mentioned it to Don when I went to take the class, and he said he might take it, but I didn't see him.
But that's not a requirement, though.
I believe it is.
Well, I think we disputed, I think that was discussed the other day, you presented it, and it's an elected official.
No, all commissioners, not, all commissioners, all board members.
So
all
is this a state thing?
Yeah, it's a state law.
Really?
I mean, the mayor was here when we talked about it.
Yeah.
Have you followed up with her on that, Gary?
I checked into it. Yeah, I did.
I mean, I think we would take direction from the mayor.
I'm just letting you know that I spoke on it last night. Okay, and it's something you check with Paula on it. Maybe she might have some more information on it.
Can you,
Open public meeting
Just
act.
not to that degree, we actually were, looking at the Open Public Meetings Act, and we do have to abide by those same rules.
Mhm.
I did not see anything about the training, but we were specifically looking at really had the issue with the quorum for a while. So I would have to get that.
Okay, can you
Yeah.
look into it and see if we're in compliance and make sure we
I have a
are?
We'll
feeling
check
we'll be
on it.
told.
Okay.
We'll be told.
I'm just
Okay.
looking for the brochure, I don't have it, it explains it,
Okay.
It
all
may
right.
so
be
it's just
elected.
letting you know.
Okay.
Something
Thank you.
it's
Sounds like we,
It's easy.
more training, more training.
It's easy, and what you do is you just go like that.
Oh, sure.
Everything is pretty good.
Sure. Okay. Okay, anybody else? All right, then, let's see, public hearing, item 5, we ready to open up the public hearing? Okay, we'll, open the public hearing for the, comp plan update, which is, revised chapter 3, natural environment, and then, chapter 8, transportation. So, thank you. So, Jack, can you
Yeah,
enlighten us on, I know you made a couple of changes.
yeah, there's a few changes to the environment. They're based upon comments that we received from the Muckleshoot tribe regarding the comprehensive plan, and I believe we have a copy of our response that we have. We gave you a copy of the comments at the last meeting, and also we made a copy of our response to their comments.
Right.
To hand out to you tonight. For the most part, the Muckleshoot tribe, they had some issues with our floodplain mapping. To adopt up-to-date floodplain maps. However, as we all know, with the rise in the riverbed with the White River, the current floodplain maps are out of date. And the Keene County Flood Control District, they are working on levee improvements, levee setbacks on the left and right bank. And the Keene County folks had done a hydraulic modeling of the setbacks, what the floodplain would be with the setback, and they only did it for the left bank initially. They haven't done it taking into account the right bank yet. They sent that information in to FEMA for them to take a look at and use towards revising our floodplain map. Apparently FEMA, they have a new process they're looking at. They took the information, but they haven't done anything with it yet, and they're trying to figure out their new process. So until we hear from FEMA, we will not have any updated floodplain maps in our comprehensive plan, because they're the ones who will eventually make it up, and that's the flood insurance rate maps, what they're called, the firm maps, that we're still waiting on FEMA for. Another item that they were concerned about was the typing of the streams within the city of Pacific. Primarily underneath our current codes, the streams are typed underneath the Department of Natural Resources, their forestry typing program. And they were concerned that in urban areas, those typings have, the type of streams have not been filled and verified, which is true. Our streams have not been filled and verified because nobody's had the money to do it. So in that vein, we also took a look at the Washington State Fish and Wildlife information regarding fish blockages around the state, and they have certain information from Milwaukee Creek that comes through, flows south through the city. And some of their information kind of confirms the DNR stream typing, but it's not definitive. Their concern is that we weren't using the latest, best available science to do the stream typing, which is correct. So what we've indicated to them, and that's one of the changes I'll bring about, my comments on the natural environment, is we did add an additional policy to ensure that any stream typing is based on the best available science.
Sure.
So that it's very clear that's our intent. It's just a matter of getting money to do it. And actually, we invited Muckleshoot.
Yeah, I noticed that on that item 4. I like that to join in you and a grant and getting a grant. Very good, very good.
Yeah. So, and we've also asked them if they would help to endorsed our CFT grants also with King County for some properties along Milwaukee Creek. Actually, there's one that's bisecting it. One property that's bisected by Milwaukee Creek, that the full riparian corridor is completely denuded. So we're looking at seeing if they might support us on that CFT grant.
Sure.
So another item they were looking at are stormwater drainage comments that, none of the manuals completely mitigate impacts of stormwater on fisheries resources. And, you know, we acknowledge that, and we weren't specifying in our comp plan that it does. It's just that we minimize it. We pointed out to them, the only way to minimize it is not to allow development at all, and that's not an option.
Right.
Another item they were looking at is to not allow any additional development in the floodway fringe. That's in the 100-year floodway. And all we did is we did a change in there, sort of legally feasible, we'll consider it. Because that's the key, is legally feasible. Our current shoreline master program, which was adopted and approved by the Department of Ecology, does allow certain type of land uses within 200 feet of the White River, depending on the designation, shoreline designation. So they're telling us to go against the DOE approval, which we can't do, but we will consider it and look at it. And the thing is that a lot of homes that were within the 100-year floodplain as currently designated have been removed, as you're well aware of, within the White River Estates and also other areas that along Third Place, southeast, where mobile homes and homes are being purchased in anticipation of the right bank improvement. So there are existing structures that are going to be removed from the 100-year floodplain. And that's been pointed out to them. As a matter of fact, I have a meeting with the Karen Walters of the Marble Shoots on Thursday morning, actually Paul and I. So they have some other comments, and we'll see what they have to say.
I mean, but generally they were favorable to it. I mean,
Yeah.
it seemed that their initial, discussion there seemed like they were.
Initial comment said, yes, so we agree, but there's these concerns, and
Yeah.
unfortunately there's concerns that in some cases we have no control over
Right.
at the moment. So, anyway, so like I said, the changes that I made within the National Environment document are highlighted in blue, if you can, and I don't know if you're able to pick them all out. I have noted, I didn't know them in the agenda bill I provided you, but they're on page 4, and it deals with the fish resources and LED techniques. And on page 4, the new policy we put regarding best available science is on page 9 within the document, in the discussion statement. And on page number 10, in policy 6.1, we just changed it to say that the LED techniques and manuals minimize surface water and groundwater impacts. It does not mitigate all impacts. So that was a change in there. Then I hope everybody has the same page as I do.
Yeah. We're all synced up.
So far, so good.
Thank you,
And
Paul.
on page number 16, all we did is in there on the soils types, we expanded the type of soils are within the city and in certain growth areas, so people know what they are and where they can get a hold of them. On page 17, within the DNR stream typing, we changed Milwaukee ditch to creek. It should have been creek because it is a creek, and we want to make sure people know that it is a creek and start thinking of it as a creek. And we also put some additional language dealing with the DNR typing so that people are aware that within urban areas may not be field verified as of yet. And the last change in terms of text is on, well, actually there's 2 other changes. Page 22 at the bottom, where we just mentioned where legally feasible, the avoidance of construction of flood fringe should be considered. And then page 23, a little bit addition dealing with the levy improvement. In terms of maps, if you take a look at the maps, we did a little change on the maps, on the orientation of the maps. If you look at the maps 3-1 soils, maps 3-2 streams, you can see we changed the orientation so that we kind of blow it up a little bit more so that the information is a little bit more readable in the 8.5 by 11 format. And so in a nutshell, those are the changes. In terms of the wetlands mapping, we should be getting that information either late this week or early next week, according to Teresa, so we can have the most up-to-date wetlands mapping based upon current conditions. So that'll be coming in shortly.
How old are the ones we're using now?
The last major mapping was 1995, and there's been some minor updates since that time. And since that time, the methodology to type the type of wetlands to determine the classifications have changed. And plus, since that time, there are wetlands that are shown on that map are completely filled in or developed with houses on top of them, so, and duplexes, so. If the current map is outdated.
We received a citywide mapping, as I believe it was a grant back in 1990. A firm came through and basically tried to set up that master map that was again used in 95, and then that was prior to being annexing into Pierce County, where we took Pierce County information and brought it in. So it's been, all we can say is potential wetlands. The map that we get may need a few tweaks based on staff knowledge of other delineations that have been done. It's a huge amount that she's gone through. It's been amazing. I'm sorry, the consultant, Teresa Dusek. I just have one other thing to add. The properties that King County's been purchasing, they actually have a restriction on the deed about what can and can't be put there, so that's something we'll have to pull up before we meet with local petitioners.
Right, yeah, so that'll be helpful. The other changes that we made is I handed out some maps tonight on the transportation element. They're revised maps for the transportation element dealing with the trail system, bike system, and I don't have a copy of it. I handed them all out.
Like the Cowboys told us.
Recommended truck routes.
Truck routes, critical intersections, yeah. So we do have those revised maps too. And you can see we reoriented it so that it could make the maps more readable as part of the document.
Got rid of the double green.
Yeah.
So, and then we also passed out another letter that was from the, I still have a copy over here, from American Rivers, and showing their support for the biodiversity section proposed within the comp plan and the national environment. So those are the changes and some additional information.